People think adding a product to Shopify takes 5 minutes. It does, but filling the wrong field or filling the right field the wrong way can quietly kill your conversions. A weak title, poor images, missing SEO, or the wrong product setting can make your product looks less trustworthy, and that can cost you sales. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to add a product to Shopify in 2026 step by step. Most importantly, I'll explain why each field matters, which settings you should never skip, and the common mistakes that most beginners make. By the end of this video, you will have a product page that's ready to rank, ready to convert, and ready to sell. So let's jump into Shopify. Alright, let's add a new product. For that, go to products, then click add products. Now don't rush into filling every field. Some settings can improve with conversions, some help customers find your product, and some have almost no impact. So first, separate the important from the optional. The first field is your product title. It might look simple, but it's one of the most important parts of your listing. One mistake I see quite often is sellers keeping their titles too generic. Instead of writing something like leather wallet, give customers a reason to click. Slim, RFID, leather wallet format, OLED cards or cash. See the difference? The customer already knows what the product is, who it's for, and what make it different. Alright, so my best practice is simple. If someone can understand your product and its biggest benefit within the first few words, you are on the right track. Alright, so next is your product description. If your title gets the click, your description helps close the sale. One mistake I notice quite often is sellers treating these sections like an afterthought. They write a couple of generic sentences and call it done. My recommendation is to answer 3 simple questions. What is the product? Why should someone trust it? And what makes it worth buying? For example, instead of writing a high quality leather wallet for everyday use, you could write this. Notice the difference? The second version helps the customer picture the product and gives them real reason to buy. One more tip, use your keywords naturally throughout the description. It helps search engine understand your product, but don't force them in. Write for people first, then SEO. And since most customers shop on their phones, keep your description clean, easy to scan, and broken into short paragraphs of bullet points. Now let's move to the product images and videos. If I had to improve just one thing on a web product page, I would probably start here. Think about your own shopping habits. Before reading the description, what is the first thing you actually do? You look at the photos. Your customers do the exact same thing. To upload your images, take add media and select your files. Alright, here is my recommendation. Don't upload 5 photos that all look the same. Every image should answer a different question. Start with a clear main image, then show different angles, close-up details, the product in use, and if size is important, include a comparison image too. That instantly gives customers a better sense of its size and everyday use. Also, keep your gallery consistent. Good lighting, a clear background, and the same editing style make your store look more professional. And one last tip, compress your image before uploading them, because smaller file sizes help your page load faster, and a faster store usually creates a better shopping experience. One small thing that a lot of sellers overlook is alt text. If you click on any product image, you will find an alt text field. It only takes a few seconds to fill out, but it helps search engines understand your images and also improves accessibility for people using screen readers. Alright, so here's my suggestion. You should keep it simple and descriptive. Alright, once your product details are ready, it's time to set the price. Enter your setting price first. If you're offering a discount and a compared price that's higher than your selling price, Shopify will automatically show the discount on your product page, which can make your offer more competitive. Right below that, you will find the inventory section. If you want Shopify to keep track of your stock, simply enable track quantity and enter the number of units you had available. You will also notice a field called SKU. Technically, you can leave it blank, but I would say don't. One habit I always recommend is giving every product its own SKU. It makes inventory management, order tracking, and product organization much easier, especially once your catalog starts growing. With pricing and inventory done, we are ready to move on to the shipping and product gradient. We are almost done. Let's take care of remaining settings. This is a physical product and enter its weight. If you plan to ship internationally, Shopify may also ask you for country of origin and HS code. If you are not sure about the HS code, don't guess. Confirm with your shipping partner or custom provider first. Next come variants. If your product is available in different colors or sizes, click add option and create your variants. Finally, don't skip the search engine listing section. Click edit, write a clear page title with your main keyword, then add a short meta description that tells both Google and potential customers what the product is about. I see a lot of new store owners publishing products without touching this section. Alright, nextly, on the right side, you will find product status. If you are not ready to publish yet, leave it as draft. Otherwise, switch it to active. Right below that, choose the sales channel where you want the product to appear, like your online store, Facebook, Instagram, or Google. Once everything looks good, click save. Alright, and that's it. Your Shopify product is now live and properly set up. Remember, a great product doesn't always win. A great product page does. Before you leave, here is a quick challenge. Open one of your Shopify product pages and compare it with everything we covered today. If you find even 3 things you can improve, make those changes today. They could have a real impact on how your product performs. And if you'd like a second opinion, send your product page or store link to info@ecomclips.com. Our team at Ecomclips will review it and point out practical improvements if they made. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We publish practical Shopify, Amazon, and e-commerce tutorials every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.